Hi, today I want to talk to you about building math confidence. There's lots of ways to build your confidence in your math ability, but I want to focus on three ideas today. So let's talk about the first one. The idea is that you need to practice. I worked with a math professor who painted this picture for his students. What he said was, if you think about watching a bodybuilder lift weights, your watching them lift weights won't make you have more muscles or make you stronger. The only way for you to get stronger, for you to build muscle, is to work out yourself. And so math is the same way. You can watch your teacher do all the problems you want. You can watch your tutor, whoever you're working with. You can watch someone else do problems. But you won't understand the concepts unless you get in there and do it yourself. And so it's important that you do your homework or do some practice problems on a regular basis. So if you are about to enter into a math class and you're not sure, one of the best ways to practice is to start looking at what previous math classes you took. And for example, if you are taking a college course and whatever math was a prerequisite for this course, if you get a book and do the end of chapter reviews or some sort of assessment of that manner, any kind of review for a previous class. If class has already started and you're in class, then one way to practice is to whatever chapter came before the one you're working on now, you can practice. In addition, obviously, I want you to do the problems for the section that you're working on now. So the more problems that you do, the more practice you have, the more confident you feel, and the quicker you are at doing the concepts. But doing one or two problems and telling yourself that you can't do it won't build your confidence. You're going to have to keep doing problems until you more quickly know what to do. So again, the first tip that I want you to know is practice. You've got to practice your problems. The second tip that I have for you is that you have to accept the fact that you're going to make mistakes. There is nothing wrong with making a mistake. If you already knew the concepts, you wouldn't be taking the class. That's just the way it is. So understand that even when you practice, there are going to be times when you make mistakes. That's how we learn. The failure is when you don't learn from those mistakes. So if you go to do a problem on the board or go to explain the problem to the teacher and you mess up, it's okay. Just stop and think, what was it that I did wrong and how can I do that better next time? So accept that you're going to make a mistake. Once you accept that, learn from that mistake. So even if you go in, you think you did great on a test, you get it back, you didn't do well, I understand you're going to have a moment where you're sad about that. When you get over that moment, look at the test. Don't ball it up. Don't throw it away. Look at the test. Look at the items that you did wrong. Try to understand what it is you did wrong. If you can't figure that out by yourself, by looking at your notes, by reviewing material, go to the teacher. Ask for help. Learn from your mistakes. So again, my second tip is accept that you're going to make mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. My third tip is that you need to understand your learning style. We all learn in different ways, and there's different thoughts and ways of study about these learning styles. So people might call them learning styles, learning modalities, depends on who's doing the study as to the label that they give. Understand what yours is. And so below this video, down at the bottom, you're going to see a link to a couple of websites that give you some online assessments. And you can just take these tests online, and at the end of the test, based on your answers, they'll tell you what they perceive your learning style to be. Additionally, based on your learning style, they will suggest some ways that you can study that accommodate your learning style. So the first thing I want you to understand is, what is your learning style? How do you learn best? What environment is best for you? And now, once you understand what that is, based on that learning style, I want you to modify how you study. Now, if you're in a college setting, this also means that once you know what your learning style is, you'll have some ideas about what kind of teaching works for that style, and you can try to pick your professors accordingly. So if you have a course that you have to take and several professors teach it, and you have the option of choosing professor, maybe you can talk to people who've taken these professors before. A lot of places have online student reviews. Understand the styles of the teachers that are available and choose a professor who works with your learning style. Now, if you're at a place like you're in still in school, not in college yet, or if you're at a college that has a limited number of professors, perhaps you don't have this option of choosing who your professor is, and you have to go what's available. If that style doesn't work for you, there are learning centers available at your campus. Or if you're, again, not in college, you might need to hire a tutor who matches that learning style. But understand what your learning style is and try to choose an instructor who matches that learning style or who can work with that learning style to make sure that you get the learning that you need. So again, my third tip for you is that you need to understand your learning style and learn how to choose a professor based on that, or choose someone to instruct you based on that, and then learn how to study accordingly. So here's my call to action for you. This is what I want you to do. I want you to choose one of the links that's, again, listed below the video. Choose one of those links. Go to do whatever the online survey is. And from that assessment, figure out what your learning style is. And then in the comments below this video, I want you to share what your learning style is and how you might modify how you study based on that learning style. Okay? See you next time.